How's it going, everybody? Matt Besachio here once again for WMCT-TV and WMCT Sports, and welcome to episode 3 of the Senior Spotlight Show. Over the first couple of episodes, we had senior varsity captains from Marlboro football and Aspen Valley football, and today we're joined by the senior captains from the AMSA girls soccer team, Oceana Broome and Maddie Carter. Girls, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. Now, this kind of goes by a certain flow. We'll bring you in, we'll get to know you a little bit, then we'll talk about the season, and then we'll end the show with a couple of fun questions, but let's get right to it. Oceana, talk to me about where you grew up and some of the sports that you played besides girls soccer.
So I grew up in Framingham, not Marlboro, but I came to AMSA in 6th grade, so I grew up playing like Framingham Town basketball and soccer, and then I came to AMSA in 6th grade and I started playing soccer for AMSA in 7th grade, but I ran track and I also played basketball for AMSA in like younger years.
Cool. So out of the three, between track, basketball, and soccer would be your favorite?
Definitely my favorite.
Yeah. But as far as, say, like the thrill that you might get when you like run a really great race or you score, like hit like a clutch basket, what would you think would be maybe like your favorite out of those?
Definitely, like winning races was always super fun. Like coming in first, I think is definitely the best.
Are you always like one of the fastest people that you knew growing up?
I don't know. I like running, I guess, is a way to put it.
Is it something that's kind of like therapeutic? Do you get to kind of like zone out while you run?
Yeah, I love running. I mean, I run year round, so.
Nice. It's cross country that you run, right?
Not cross country, like a little bit, but I like sprinting and things like that.
All right, cool. Mm-hmm. And Maddie, how about you?
I grew up in Marlboro, and I also came to AMSA in 6th grade, but I did Marlboro youth soccer. I played a little bit of softball, and I did competitive gymnastics growing up.
Tell me a little bit about gymnastics.
I started gymnastics when I was very young, like in Mommy and Me classes, and then I did like recreational, and then I got into like the team stuff, so I was like training like 3 days a week and multiple hours at a time, so it took up a lot of my free time.
Was there a particular apparatus or event that you liked more than the rest?
It definitely depended on what level I was at, but I liked doing the beam at the end. Oh my
goodness, that seems like the most difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, that just sounds terrifying to me. And how many times do you have to like mess up and hurt yourself before you actually nail it?
Yeah.
That's cool, good for you. So you both go to AMSA. You've both been there since 6th grade, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Maddie, we'll start with you. What made you want to go to AMSA?
I heard a lot about like the reputation of the school and how it was very good academically, and a lot of my friends were going, but also like my parents told me about it, and that definitely made me want to go.
Yeah. Oceana, how about you? When did you know that AMSA was the school that you wanted to go to?
So my brother went to AMSA, and he graduated in 2016, so the year before I started going. So I wasn't that excited because I was from Framingham, so all my friends were there, but I knew my brother liked it, and once I started out, I made a bunch of friends, and I've always liked it, so.
Nice. I mean, it's an incredible school, incredible academics, something that will set you up going forward for a long time. So how do you think that going to a school like AMSA will help prepare you for adult life?
I think that most AMSA students are pretty disciplined in like their work and things like that, and like very focused, and I think that so many classes and everything that we take, I think it's really like prepared me for college courses and how I'm gonna have to deal with like time managing and all that stuff. What
about a potential major?
I'm looking into business, maybe some mathematics in there, but yeah, that's my overall thing.
Cool. How about you? What was it about AMSA that really made you want to go there?
I mean, a lot of my friends went, and my sister was also going in, but she came in 7th grade because we both got in the same time. But I think like coming in together, it definitely helped like ease my nerves about being at a new school.
Oh, and there's so many choices here in Marlboro between obviously the general public high school, the Voc school, and the charter. So good for you going to AMSA. What about you as far as a potential major for you?
I'm planning to do something in the health field, so I'm going to study biology or health sciences, and I hope to do physical therapy in the future.
So physical therapy would be the dream job?
Yeah,
huh?
So far, yeah.
How about you, Oceana?
I want to be in charge of something. Like, I want to be like just owning something. Yeah, just a boss.
All right, cool. Yeah. I like that answer. Now it's November, still pretty early relatively in the school year, long way to go. But Maddie, is there something, aside from athletics that you're really looking forward to, like participating in something or even just, I guess, graduating?
Yeah, I mean, graduating is definitely bittersweet because you don't want to leave AMSA and you've like known that the school for like 7 years, and definitely going into like a new school that's bigger and is like more targeted towards getting a degree for your job. It's definitely like scary, but I'm definitely looking forward to like activities that we have for seniors and different clubs that I'm part of throughout the year.
Are there any like special senior trips or different things like that associated with being a senior that you have a chance to go on?
Yeah, we're doing a senior week, so we're gonna do like a few day trips, I think, before graduation.
Oh, cool. I remember when I was in high school, like, gosh, almost 20 years ago, but we had a senior trip, and you got a chance to sign up and you had to pay for it and everything, but you could go to Italy or you could go to France or anything like that. There are no like international trips or anything like that that you guys have a chance to participate in?
I think there are, but not, I think it's like for the whole high school.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like targeted to seniors, but you can sign up if you're a senior and go
Right.
international.
That's how it was for us too.
Yeah.
A couple of like juniors and sophomores went, but it was
Yeah.
mostly just a senior trip. That's cool. Good for you guys. What about you, Oceana? Is there anything that you're really looking forward to as far as like the rest of the year is concerned?
I mean, similar to Maddie, what she said, like the senior activities. And then I'm also, there's a club called Leaders of Tomorrow, and I'm one of the presidents for that, and we're having a powder puff game like next week, so
cool.
that's exciting.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that club though?
It's just a club. We have like, I think 150 members, and it's all just active volunteering around Marlborough and like even neighboring towns, and we just like organize all of the different fundraisers, I guess.
Very cool. Good for you. So you guys are coming off a pretty successful season, 12-7-1 overall, 7-0-1 within the Colonial League, first place in all the Colonial League. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
You guys come off a playoff win in the prelim round as well. Very cool. Oceana, can you just talk to me about the season in general and, you know, the fun that you had and just the season, really?
It was definitely a long season. There was a lot of, we had like injuries throughout our team that we definitely had to work through and things like that. But at the same time, we had pasta dinners like once or twice a week. So we were a very close team, regardless of the injuries. Everyone always showed up. And I think that the team chemistry we had is what kept us going until the end of the season. Even with a harder half or second half of this, like our schedule was pretty hard. And I think we started off the season like 5-0, I think, and then the games got harder, but I think because of that, our like chemistry got closer, and we like learned to trust each other.
Now, I noticed that you guys got off to a really hard start in the beginning, kind of faded there in a little bit, then picked it up towards the end of the season. Now, I imagine the reason for some of those losses in the middle of the year, aside from the fact that the schedule got more difficult, was the injury to Nina, right? So you have to think that, I mean, her being one of your best players, the middle of that schedule probably ends up being a little bit different. Is it a little bit disappointing knowing when you miss one of your best players that the season doesn't get to kind of live up to an expectation you may have had going into it?
I mean, yeah, definitely. We all love Nina on the team, and she definitely contributes a lot with like goals and like the offensive attack. I mean, I play next to her in midfield, and I love it, and we work like so well together. So her injury, I feel like, definitely made the team a little bit sad, like, and a little not as like, we weren't as strong going in, but I feel like there was a lot to like work out in order to try and like perform our best even when she was not there.
Yeah, and she seems like a real leader, emotional leader out there on the field.
Yeah.
You know, the games that I've been to over the past couple of years, she definitely seems like one of the more vocal people out there on the field, kind of directing people and letting people know when they're doing well, maybe when they're not doing well. But aside from that, we're talking about the playoff game that you guys had on November 4th. Maddie, you have an assist in that game, then you have the game-winning goal in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
In a game like that, you know, your senior year, closing minutes, it's tied, the ball comes to you. Can you tell me what that moment is like when you have the opportunity to kick a game winner?
It was just an unreal moment. I never like expected it to happen, but we've been working towards winning a playoff game for so long now, and like getting the winning goal was just so rewarding for me and the team, and just the atmosphere after was just amazing. Everyone was so excited. And I mean, I was pushing for one at the end. I had a few like over the top. So when Nina's corner landed right at my feet, it was just such a good feeling.
Serendipitous, huh? No.
Yeah.
Very good. Good for you guys. Congratulations again on the season. Now, you guys have both been on the soccer team for a few years now, and you've had Coach Bacala, right? Bacala, thank you, sorry. Now, you guys have been with her for a few years now. Oceana, can you talk to me about your relationship with her and how she's helped you improve as a person?
Yeah, so she became the head coach, I think, our 10th grade year,
Yeah,
right?
during the COVID year.
Yeah, so that was I've been on the team for a while, so I was already pretty accustomed to like my placement on the team, but she really like taught me like so many new things and developed me as a leader, I would say. And I had her as like an actual teacher as well, and she really forms like close relationships with all her players. Or like she's very easygoing. We're always laughing around and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think she's been like the perfect coach for my last few years of high school soccer.
That's awesome. Maddie, how about you? How's she impacted you?
I can definitely agree with that. I think it's great to have her as a mentor on the soccer field and in school because, you know, even like when you go through things at school, you can always like reach out to her, and I think like the whole team can agree about that. She's very easy to talk to, and she always listens to what you guys like have to say. But she also like gives us like a strict atmosphere as well. She wants us to always be professional and always like have our head like right for the game. So I think she's like the perfect coach in that regard, like to have both sides of that.
That's great. I mean, I know from my few years of high school athletics, you have certain coaches that, you know, can make you feel very comfortable, and there's open lines of communication, and that just helps you just perform at a higher level than you would otherwise. I mean, because you've had probably coaches in your past much more regimented, very kind of strict, stern, and it's difficult to speak with them too. So it's good that you guys have had that experience. So good. Now we'll get you guys. Well, not quite out of here because we'll have one more part out of this, but we'll kind of throw some funner questions at you guys if you don't mind. So Maddie, we'll start with you. Can you, off the top of your head, didn't give you much prep going into this, but can you name maybe the last 3 artists that you've streamed?
Definitely Taylor Swift, Morgan Wallen, and then I listened to Jordan Davis on the way here.
All right, cool. Now, if you had to, you know the game, start, bench, cut.
Yeah.
So you can start one, you got to bench one, you got to cut one. So who are you starting?
I would definitely start Morgan Wallen,
Bench.
Taylor Swift, and then Jordan Davis.
You got to cut.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Same question goes for you, Oceana.
Okay. I'll say Drake, and then Bruno Mars.
Okay.
And I'll go with Kanye, I guess.
All right. So now you got to start, bench, and cut. So who are you starting?
I'm starting. I'll start Bruno. I'll definitely start Bruno.
All right. Bench.
And then I'll bench Drake, and then I'll cut Kanye because of Kim and Kanye.
It's a tough time right now for Kanye. All right. Now, very good. Quick review on Taylor's new album.
I have mixed reviews. Me too. I really like it, but my favorites are like Red and Speak Now.
Okay.
More of the classics.
See, I'm a Reputation guy.
Okay.
I like the hip hop beats. I like a little bit of drama in my singer-songwriters. I like the beef, you know, so that's cool. And have you tried to buy any tickets? I know they even went on sale. Was it yesterday or today?
Yeah.
Have you purchased? Are you looking to purchase? Would you like to go to the concert?
I would love to go, but I've not purchased yet.
No, not yet. And any shows on the horizon for you that you might want to go to this year?
I'll be back at Pitbull. I love Pitbull.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Now let's switch it up just a little bit. Oceana, maybe a show that you're into right now, or the best show that you've seen over the last few months on Netflix.
On
Netflix, you're welcome for the plug. Or really just in general. I guess it doesn't have to be Netflix.
Okay, because I love Hulu too.
Okay.
I think definitely the new season of the Kardashians.
Okay.
It's very good. And then I'm watching One Tree Hill, which is like a old TV show.
Yeah, no, I remember. I haven't really watched it.
Yeah.
But I do remember it. And then Maddie, about you?
On Netflix, I've been rewatching Gilmore Girls because
that's a good show.
Because it's in the fall and everything. And I'm also staying caught up on like The Bachelor in Paradise and stuff, and Dancing with the Stars as well.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, now we're at the end of the interview, but you have an opportunity 30 seconds, a minute, shoot, I don't even care if it's 5 minutes. You can look into the camera, you can tell it to me, but you have an opportunity to shout out and point out anybody that's really helped you along the way get to this point. Oceana, you can start off.
Well, definitely my mom and my dad. They've been driving me to soccer games my whole life and everything like that. And then also definitely our team as a whole. I think we would both want to thank them. They've been like the best team for our senior year and everything like that. And then all my friends, should I say?
I mean, if you have a couple,
I would say long johns and scheming, they know. They know what I'm saying.
All right, guys. All right, cool.
Maddie,
and Maddie, how about you? Anybody you want to shout out?
I definitely want to shout out my parents. They've always supported me and also have driven me to all my soccer games. And the team. It's just been great these 4 years, as well as Coach Bakla and Coach Stefan for being great mentors throughout the season.
Great. Well, I can't thank the two of you enough for spending a little bit of time. I know it's senior year, right after school, things are a little bit busy, but thank you so much for taking some time. We really do appreciate it. This episode, along with the last 2 episodes from the Marlboro High varsity football team and the Assabet Valley football team, are available on all of our social media platforms and the website at WMCT-TV.com. So if you want to go check those out, please do so. And if you spend a lot of the time in the car like I do and you can't just stare at a phone for a little while, all these are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music as well. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.